What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for life, and today I am wrestling with myself. Sorry this is on my camera phone, guys, but my actual camera keeps crapping out and dying for no reason. It's time for a new camera. But this Sunday is WWE Payback 2016. The card itself looks a lot better than WrestleMania. This is kind of like what WrestleMania should be. So I wanted to shoot this video real quick and give you guys some predictions. I have my Payback card right here. I'm going to look at the notes and tell you guys who should win and what should happen next going forward. On the pre-show, we have the U.S. title match. The U.S. title was once again relegated to the pre-show. Kalisto defending once again against Ryback. They had a match last month at WrestleMania, which was very solid. Ryback's improving in the ring, and Kalisto's very good, so I'm sure the match itself is going to be very solid. The power against speed has been working for those two guys. I just feel bad that the U.S. title has fallen so far and means so little. Kalisto should be the next Mysterio, very underrated, tiny, high flyer, underdog, popular innovator that gets over with the fans. He's got all the tools to be a star, and they aren't pushing him right, so I feel bad for him and for the U.S. title. Sadly, since Kalisto won last month, I have this bad feeling Ryback is going to win here. I think Kalisto should win and have a long title reign and start going against guys he can tear it up with. Guys like Ziggler, Jericho, Neville when he gets back. Feuds like that. But instead, I kind of feel like they're going to give Ryback the win here since Ryback turned heel. And they have nothing else to do with Ryback right now. So sadly, not what I would do, but I think they're going to have Ryback get this victory and have the U.S. title keep meaning nothing. On the main show, we have Baron Corbin against Dolph Ziggler. This is Corbin's first big pay-per-view singles match. He had the debut last month in Mania, winning the Andre Battle Royal. So he's the brand new guy. Obviously, he's going to win here. Ziggler is the best possible opponent for him. He's going to bump around, make him look great. Ziggler's really good, and Baron's getting better, so this should be a solid match. Relative squash match here, though. I think Corbin gets the fairly easy win and moves on to bigger things. Hopefully he continues the improvement that he was doing in NXT. He started getting better at the end. Hopefully he has that here. Corbin obviously gets the win. We have Enzo and Cass against the Vaudevillains, two teams that debuted after WrestleMania. This is the Tag Title Tournament Finals. The winner goes on to face against New Day in the near future. Enzo and Cass would be the obvious pick because they're super over. They're hot faces. They're off to a great start. But I think the Vaudevillains get the upset here. I think the Vaudevillains need to win a lot more. Enzo and Cass are so over on the mic and as characters, they don't actually need to win this match to stay over. So I think the Vaudevillains get the win here. They need the match a lot more. They're mostly wrestling-based as opposed to character-based. So I think the Dudleys or some other team that Enzo and Cass are going to feud with in the near future are going to interfere here and cost Enzo and Cass the match. So the Vaudevillains get the win, and then next month we see Vaudevillains against New Day for the tag belts, and then Enzo and Cass against the Dudleys or some other tag team like that. So this should be a good match, and I'm looking forward to see how the crowd responds in Chicago to what should be a good match. We have the Women's Championship match. Charlotte defends against Natalya. These two always have awesome matches. They had an awesome match in NXT on one of the TakeOver specials. They had an awesome match at Roadblock. They had a good couple of house show matches. This should be a great match. Hopefully it gets like 12 to 15 minutes, and they could really be one of the show stealers here. This is one of the few matches on the show that could really be a show stealer. There's several options here. Should be good. Bret Hart and Ric Flair both going to be at ringside, despite Ric Flair being drunk at the airport and Bret Hart not wanting to be there. It's going to be interesting, but Charlotte gets the heel win here. She cheats to retain the belt, I believe. They're going to be doing a lot of stuff with the newer divas. You're going to see more out of Becky Lynch and Emma and the return of Paige. And obviously, I think eventually Sasha Banks is the one to beat Charlotte for the belt. So despite it being an awesome match, I think Charlotte beats Natty here, and Natty sort of goes back down to undercard status, sadly. Speaking of sadly, Intercontinental title, we have Miz against Cesaro. This is another one that could be a show stealer. Miz has become a great act in the last 3-4 weeks. Since WrestleMania, Miz has gotten Maurice back, and Maurice has saved his career. This act is just great. Miz has always been awesome on the mic and good as a character, and now that he's got Maurice to play off him, they just play off each other so well together. That Hollywood character is doing such good things. The Act is red hot right now. Cesaro is also red hot. He shouldn't be in this match because I think Cesaro is going to lose. He shouldn't be losing this soon after his return. The fans want to see him push so badly. And there's definitely a chance here Cesaro wins the IC belt, but I just think The Miz just won it recently, and he's too hot right now. So I think Miz cheats to win, and maybe gets a rematch with Cesaro next month at Extreme Rules. Again, this shouldn't be a match on the card because neither guy should lose this soon. But I think Miz gets the win and continues the hot act he's been going on. Hopefully Cesaro goes on to be a main eventer after this, or keeps at least being in the limelight, getting a major push, because that guy is totally on fire as well. We have Dean Ambrose against Y2J Chris Jericho. Ambrose has to win here. Ambrose keeps losing and losing and losing. I mean, he's one of the most over guys on the roster. He's a modern-day version of the anti-authority Stone Cold, and he just doesn't get pushed. He lost to Triple H. He lost to Ambrose in kind of bad fashion. And Jericho doesn't need the win here. He didn't need the win against Styles last month either, but he got it. He beat Sami Zayn on Raw, so he's been getting a lot of wins. But Jericho's already established. It doesn't hurt him to lose here. He's going to be going away probably in 6 months anyway. So Ambrose has to get the big win here. This should be another possible show-stealing match. But I think Ambrose has to win. The one I'm looking forward to most on the card, Kevin Owens against Sami Zayn. The Ring of Honor rivals reignite. These guys have the most storied history in the company right now. The awesome package on Raw was great. I'm looking forward to this so much. They feuded in Ring of Honor, they feuded in PWG, they feuded in NXT, and now they're finally going to be on pay-per-view. Hopefully this match gets 20 minutes and goes back and forth like crazy. I want to see these guys actually feud for the next 4 months and culminate at SummerSlam. They should feud for the next 4 or 5 months in a row, and then go back to it, once a year, once every 2 years, like they do with Ambrose and Rollins as well. So I think this is the first match in a long feud, which means the heel has to win here to advance the story. So I think Kevin Owens gets the cheap win here, pulls the tights, or gets the count-out victory or something, does something cheap to get the win here in what should be an amazing match of the year candidate. And Zayn comes back next month. They're going to feud at Extreme Rules, maybe in a ladder match or a pinfalls count anywhere match or something like that. This should be the first of many, and this should go on for a long time. But I think Owens, the heel, gets the win in the first chapter. We have Vince's decision. Vince McMahon gets to choose between Shane McMahon running Raw or Stephanie and Triple H running Raw. There's a lot of ways this could go. People are saying this could be a way to have one run each show. This could be a brand split. This could be a Triple H NXT invasion. This could be a random surprise, like a Bischoff or somebody. I've heard a lot of different theories on this. My personal theory is either they announce it Payback or the next night on Raw, or a few weeks down the line this leads to a brand split. I believe that one's going to run Raw and one's going to run SmackDown. With all the talent they brought up recently, you've seen about 10 new talents debut and return in the last 3 weeks, and more guys are rumored pretty soon. So I think there's an abundance of talent right now. You're going to have guys like Rollins and Orton and Cena come back in the next few months. So you're going to be seeing a lot of talent on this roster. And so I think you're going to see Raw and SmackDown separate the brands again. And this is going to be good for undercard guys. You're going to see guys like Ryder and Ziggler and Sandow getting a chance now. You can see guys like Ambrose and Cesaro and Zayn, who belong as main eventers and world title contenders now, getting elevated to the next level as well. So this makes more new stars and puts more focus on more guys who deserve it. So I'm totally in favor of the brand split as long as they can book it well, and I think it'll happen here. Then finally, the main event for the world title, Roman Reigns defends against AJ Styles. This should be an awesome match. Reigns always wrestles well against very talented indie-style guys. His matches against Lesnar were good. His stuff with Wyatt was good. The match with Daniel Bryan last year was amazing. This should be a show stealer, possible even match of the year candidate here. Good to see Styles in the main event already after a few months. It's surreal to see Styles getting a world title shot in WWE. I can't wait to see that. But the X factor here is what's going to happen with the Bulletproof Balor Club, whatever, Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson. There are so many theories here. Are they going to join Styles and cost Reigns the title? Are they going to turn on Styles and join Reigns? Are they going to just turn on Styles and start a feud with Styles? Is Finn Balor going to come out and turn on Styles? Are Balor and Styles and Balor and Styles and Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson going to join together? So what kind of Balor Club, Bulletproof, Bullet Club faction are we going to see here? There are so many options. The one I think we'll see is we're not going to see Finn Balor, in my opinion. He just lost the NXT belt, but I think he's trolling us. I don't think he's going to debut on Sunday. Possibly in the next month or two, but not Sunday. I think Gallows and Anderson are going to turn on Styles, costing him the world title. I'm not sure if they're going to align with Reigns yet, or if they're just going to turn on Styles and do a separate program where Reigns doesn't see them or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the bold prediction here. It's likely that Reigns stays face and gets the win, but I'm going to go with the bold prediction and say that Doc and Anderson turn on Styles and align with Roman Reigns, forming the Roman Empire. This way you have Reigns finally turning heel, so the booing's not going to be awkward. You have the new guys, Anderson and Gallows, aligning with the world champion now, so the casual fans put them over in their minds. So you're starting off your new tag team with a lot of heat, and you're turning Reigns heel so they can boo him naturally. That makes a lot of sense, and it works very well. And they can play off them turning on Styles in New Japan and having a reason to go against him. So now you've got a new faction to go against Styles. Styles can also align with, Ambrose or the Usos and other guys that Reigns has turned on, down the line to make this work. So in my opinion, Reigns retains here. Either way, whatever happens, whether there's Balor or not Balor, whatever, Reigns is going to retain. Obviously, he just won the belt. He's their guy. Styles is not their guy. So Reigns is going to retain. But I'm going to go with the prediction that the Roman Empire gets formed on Sunday as heels. Excited about that. So, looking forward to this card up and down. The last two matches that I named should be awesome. The potential brand split should be great. What are you guys most looking forward to? What match do you want to see most? How do you want to see the power situation on Raw handled? And how do you want to see the Bullet Club, Balor Club, whatever, shake out? Tell me down below in the comments, guys. I look forward to hearing from you guys about what you're looking forward to. And until the next opening bell, I will see you guys soon. Thank you.